Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Aini Ashikin. I will start this presentation by introduce what is life-saving rules. Life-saving rules is a list of rules known as a reminder to staff members of the safety protocols that they need to follow. It is important because it will protect employees, customers, and the company's brand reputation. Next, I'm going to explain about the issue that relate with these life-saving rules from the Rolls-Royce company that we choose. From the Wellbeing News on 2019, British engineering company Rolls-Royce has been fined a total £60,000 and ordered to pay £18,168 in costs after admit guilty of a breach of the Control of Vibration at Works Regulation 2005 and a breach of the Health and Safety Work Act 1974. The Health and Safety Executive, HSE, prosecuted the company after a worker, Alan Towil, 55 years old from Derby, developed bilateral carpal tunnel syndrome after being exposed to the high level of vibration at the company premise in Wilmore Road. He has 4 operations in his right hand and still suffers dexterity problem in his right hand and weakness in both wrists. HSE investigation found Rolls-Royce policy did not properly assess the vibration risk faced by the workers using the wet blasting cabinets, and no suitable control measures were implemented, such as limiting exposure or providing alternatives. Mr. Tonville received no pre-employment screening and was not included in the firm's health surveillance list. Next, let's talk about the importance and procedure of life-saving rules.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Eniza and now I will continue to talk about importance of life-saving rules and its procedure. Now, let's talk about the important first. Several organizations design a set of safety regulations that are given top priority. It should come as no surprise that many life-saving guidelines apply the high hazard sectors. Most lists include energy isolation, fall and safe mobile equipment operation. These rules are deemed to be safety critical and there is zero tolerance for violation. Adoption of life-saving rules can be a helpful approach to ensure ongoing focus on those protective measures, most important for avoiding serious injuries. To ensure that the work is completed safely, the life-saving regulations specify explicit consequences for breaking a rule. Apart from that, any safety management system must have the ability for employees to quit working if they feel they cannot complete the task safely. But it is crucial in the case of life-saving regulations. Employees at all levels must feel at ease pausing work and finding a solution when adhering to life-saving regulation is challenging or unclear. Numerous of organizations advocate stop work authority because they are aware of this. However, simply allowing employees to take a break from their work is insufficient. To stop work needs to be consciously and vigorously enforced. More of the importance of life-saving rules is openness and honesty. A culture of openness and honesty in which management and the frontline work together to solve problem is necessary to deal with the complexity that can surround life-saving regulations and practices. Developing a life-saving habit requires a proactive approach to establishing trust. Asking more than telling and actively listening and demonstrating integrity are some of the crucial leadership traits that foster trust. A lot of observation of working involving the life-saving procedures should be planned by the leaders. This observation is to be more talks than checks on rule compliance. This will helping both parties to understand why and how the rules are difficult to follow and then coming up with the solutions to make them simpler. Workers will be guarded and the dialogues will be less effective if they think that the observations are being made to catch them doing something wrong. The ability of employee to discuss why and how the rules may be challenging to follow must be made secure and comfortable for the leaders. Life-saving rules for Rolls-Royce contain 5 always and 5 never. 5 always are, the first one, always speak up to report unsafe acts or condition when you see them. The second one, to always wear your seatbelt and obey the speed limit. The third one is to always wear mandate PPE correctly. Fourth is to always adhere to approved lifting methods. Fifth is to always protect against falls and use specific protective when working at height. And the five never is, the first one is never use a program, a handheld device when driving. The second is never work or drive under influence of drugs or alcohol. The third is never assume electrical equipment is isolated and always before touch with approved equipment. Fourth, never deactivate or bypass safety critical equipment such as interlock and guards when using a machine. Fifth, never enter a confined space unless trained and authorized. That's all from me. Thank you.